That said, pensions also present an opportunity to grow wealth, and that's demonstrated by the average annual growth over the last 10 years of 17.2% of the assets under management in retirement schemes. So there exists opportunities within the pension space to generate, to mobilize savings, but also translate those savings into growth. So these are just key highlights of what we've been able to achieve. Of course, there's still plenty more that we can do. And actually, currently, our main focus is to increase coverage. We have identified that those people who are not saving for retirement are in what we call the informal sector. And so there is need for us to reach out to them, create that awareness, come up with more inclusive and innovative products that meet their needs. For you and I, who probably are already members of schemes on account of our work or our occupations, we are sorted to some great extent. But what about them who are self-employed or are in small businesses but desire to also attain the levels of wealth creation as we do? We need, as a responsible nation, as a responsible institution, to ensure that we cater for their needs. So having said that, let me get into the crux of today's conference, the issue of how retirement benefits can be used as a gateway for wealth creation. So retirement structures are don't just exist to facilitate survival for when we have attained that retirement age. And maybe I should clarify, retirement is not just age related. Retirement could be you deciding that you've had enough and therefore want to retire early. So we have provisions for early retirement. Unfortunately, retirement can also be brought about ill health circumstances. We need to be prepared for any of these scenarios. And so the main aim of a retirement, saving through a retirement scheme, is to ensure that you thrive at the point you get into retirement. And so what then should you do to ensure that you actually have adequate retirement benefits at that point in time? That's what I will be telling you in the course of this speech. But of course, it's important to appreciate that when it comes to the ownership economy vision, we appreciate that there are various targets. There's a home ownership, business ownership, and financial assets. I will be focusing more on the financial assets, as pension products are financial assets. Therefore, that will really be the context in which I will be speaking about. Now, retirement planning as a foundation for ownership. Why is retirement planning important in the first place? It's key because in the past, we have leveraged, or we have, particularly generations before us, have relied on their investments in us to provide for their retirement support. However, subsequent generations, their mindsets, their perspectives, even just the existing structures that we have, no longer seem to support that particular narrative. Secondly, we are seeing that people are living longer, especially with developments in healthcare. So in the past, when people would probably statistically were estimated to not live too long after retiring, nowadays the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics say if you retire today, you actually will statistically live till the age of 86, thereabout. For men, for women, 90. So we are talking of a time frame of about 30 years after you attain the legal retirement age of 60.